The world of artificial intelligence is exploding right in front of our eyes.
AI safety. AI.
AGI.
Companies like OpenAI, Mistral, and Inflections are kind of becoming known names. But beneath the surface of this revolution, there's a complex web, a web of relationship, acquisitions, and power moves that are reshaping the AI industry right as we speak. Let's zoom in a little bit. It's the July of 2024 and the AI landscape looks somewhat like this. Tech giants like Microsoft and Google are racing to dominate this up-and-coming field. But look closely, you'll see a pattern emerging. People are moving, and not just any people. These are founders and key players. And they're not moving to small, more exciting startups with a lot of potential. They're moving up the chain. They're moving to these erstwhile boring, big, and sluggish tech giants. Let's rewind a little bit over here and come back to 2010. 3 researchers founded a company called DeepMind. Fast forward to 2014 and Google all of a sudden acquires them. This pattern of tech giants absorbing AI talent isn't relatively new, as you can see, but it is accelerating right now. Now, let's jump to 2023. Last year, Mustafa Suleyman, one of Google DeepMind's original co-founders, had left Google and founded a company called Inflection AI. Watch what happens next. In a sudden move, Mustafa leaves Inflection AI along with his entire core team to join Microsoft and becomes the CEO of Microsoft Consumer AI division.
Mustafa Suleyman is the CEO now of Microsoft AI.
See, this isn't just a simple job change. It's a seismic shift in how companies do business, especially when they see blood in the water. Blood in the form of artificial intelligence. But here's where it gets really murky. Meet Reid Hoffman, another Inflection AI co-founder. And he's not just any tech entrepreneur. You see, he sits on the board of Microsoft. And while he sits on the board of Microsoft, he's also investing in AI startups that use OpenAI's technology, a company that Microsoft themselves are heavily invested in to the tune of $10 billion. Do you see the conflicts rising? This is where people are getting a little suspicious. Fortune magazine covered this in last December. Hoffman is one of those high-flying VCs who have served on the board of major tech companies while also backing AI startups through their own investment firms. And this web of conflicts reaches far beyond just 1 or 2 players actually. I mean, look at Marc Andreessen. He's the founding general partner at Andreessen Horowitz, one of the most influential VC firms in Silicon Valley. Andreessen sits on Meta's board, but here's where it gets a little murky. His firm has poured hundreds of millions of dollars into OpenAI, Mistral AI, and Character AI. All of these companies are direct competitors to Meta's own AI efforts. But it doesn't just stop there. Kleiner Perkins, another heavyweight in the VC world, has invested in Together AI, a generative AI cloud platform. Sounds innocent enough, right? Not when you see that Kleiner Perkins' chair, John Doerr, also sits on the board of Alphabet, which is Google's parent company. And guess what? Google's cloud is a direct competitor to Together AI. This isn't just about a few isolated cases. It's sort of a pattern if you zoom out. And it's repeating itself across the entire AI industry. Venture capitalists, board members, and executives are playing multiple roles, often with competing interests. And just as we were researching about this growing pattern of Acquihire in the industry, Amazon just happened to make another power move. It snatched up a massive chunk of Adept, a red-hot AI startup that was seen as a serious competitor to OpenAI. And we are not talking about a couple of engineers here, right? Amazon snagged a whopping 66% of Adept's entire team. Now you see, Adept wasn't exactly some basement operation. These guys were the real deal. Just last year, they raised $350 million from some of the biggest names in Silicon Valley, bringing their total raise to a cool $400 million. So what does this all mean? Well, it seems like Reid Hoffman might be onto something. Remember how we predicted this whole Acquihire trend would become the norm in AI?
I think it's a pattern by which some future technology business deals will happen.
Looks like he was spot on. Now the question we need to ask is, how can these individuals make unbiased decisions when they have stakes in competing companies? And more importantly, what does this mean for innovation, fair competition, and the overall future of AI? Let me grab your attention to this. OpenAI, once a non-profit research lab, is now at the center of its own drama. Just in the last week, OpenAI's research scientist and co-founder John Schulman left OpenAI and joined Anthropic, an AI startup that's famously backed by Amazon. Also, a few months back, co-founder Ilya Sutskever, the same guy who wrote the revolutionary paper that sort of got this whole generative AI thing going, he left OpenAI, and along with him, a key safety team member, Jean Lique, have left OpenAI. Whistleblowers are alleging that a culture of recklessness and secrecy sort of mars the entire organization. And remember Elon Musk? He too co-founded OpenAI but left in 2018, citing conflicts of interest with his work at Tesla. This tweet hints at a tension brewing beneath the surface. By the way, Dario Amodei is the co-founder and CEO of Anthropic. He's formerly worked as the VP of Research at OpenAI. We have also seen the same AI safety concern during the OpenAI drama where Sam Altman was fired and then rehired. Other members of OpenAI, like Helen Toner, Tasha Macaulay, had raised similar sounding concerns about AI safety. And they also mentioned that Sam was not consistently candid, whatever that means. We actually took a deep dive into this whole OpenAI saga in our previous video over here. Anyway,
we're really building the cutting edge of machine learning models today in order to...
Despite Inflection's recent successes and its high profile in the AI market, Microsoft's deal with them is pretty unusual. While it's not an acquisition per se, Microsoft gains AI expertise without taking any equity or intellectual property from Inflection. This move also raises questions about Microsoft's own relationship with OpenAI, which recently listed OpenAI as one of their competitors, not to mention their potential conflicts of interest and the ensuing regulatory scrutiny. As AI is becoming more and more powerful, the stakes are really getting higher here. These moves aren't just about talent, they are about control. Control over the technology that could actually end up reshaping the world. And it's not going unnoticed. The US Justice Department and the Federal Trade Commission are watching, and they're not really happy about what's going on. Look at this. Microsoft has stakes in OpenAI. It has acquired LinkedIn, which was founded by Reid Hoffman. That's how he got the board seat in Microsoft. And now he has a deal with Inflection. All the while, Microsoft is also invested in Mistral, a French competitor to OpenAI. But here's the big question. Is this the beginning of an AI monopoly, or will regulators step in strongly to keep a level playing field? You see, the decisions made in these boardrooms and government offices are going to essentially alter the way we look at AI in future, and also in a way humanity is going to end up using AI. And you see, these issues are not just theoretical. They're happening right now, and they're affecting real people like you and me. As I mentioned, the regulators are not really asleep at the wheel over here. Just recently, the US Justice Department has opened an investigation into NVIDIA for potential antitrust violations. At the same time, the Federal Trade Commission is probing the relationship between Microsoft and OpenAI. The AI power game is intensifying. The question is, who would be left standing when the dust settles? And more importantly, what will it mean for the rest of us? In our next video, we are going to explore the potential consequences of this AI consolidation. So stay tuned. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you really liked it, you can hit the subscribe button and wait for our next video to come out. It was great talking to you guys, and we look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.